Welcome everyone to another reviewed episode. You are on with the Sotong sisters, Delia and Jazz. And guess what, y'all? We are here to review This Is Us. It's been a minute. How y'all doing?
It has been a minute, this choppy season.
I know. It's really crazy. But you know what? After this episode, there are 2 more left. And so we're going to see how this season ends. So let's get into it. At the top, they gave us the review, kind of looking back at what happened a couple weeks ago, and then they jumped right on into Beth.
Yep, this was her episode pretty much.
Yep. And I was like, damn, they had to change her whole storyline because of COVID.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because I wonder what they had planned initially for her and her dance studio and her business. Like, what was the original plan versus what they have now? Because COVID came up and she, essentially had to shut down her business. So I'm really curious as to where they were going or planning to take that story initially. I was like, damn, COVID.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I guess I was sad. I was sad for her. It's like, again, she had to put her dream on hold.
Yeah.
It's like seeing the backstory for how she really got into it. And I was like, this is very Save the Last Dance when Randall tried to take her to the ballet, and she was like, no. She's like, we're not going. I was like, this is Save the Last Dance all the way. But yeah, I don't know. It's like seeing the progression, like her starting with the studio and then wearing masks during dance class, and then after that going virtual, teaching in front of the computer, and the full class is there, and then it's getting smaller and smaller.
When those rectangles started to get bigger, I was like,
yeah,
oh, I feel your pain, girl.
Yeah. So I mean, at least they took us through that little bit of a journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was sad to watch.
It was. And even what she said, her trying to, kind of push herself through that loss even, and she's like, so many different people have lost their businesses this year. I felt like that was just a nod to empathy and understanding that this year has been hard for so many business owners, small business owners. So shout out to all of you out there who are entrepreneurs and business owners. We know this year has been rough for a lot of people in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And even Randall would you want to get the loan? It's like, look, I think that's another thing people thought oh, why don't you just get the loan? It's not that black and white either. You know what I mean? There's so many more things involved in that. So I really felt like that was a nod to that struggle that people have been having. But they really showed the sweetness of their relationship back when they were in college, and that they were able to sit and talk through things and work through the hard stuff, even then at a young age, and then just kind of see it come. I love Deja. I'm like, girl, how old are you?
I love her. Every time they have a scene, her and Randall, it just reminds me of how far she's come and how mature she is. Like you said, I love her character. And shout out to her hair. Her 2-strand twist was on point. Loved it.
Yes. I was like, go ahead, Deja. She was like, Randall, she don't need a hero. Really just stay in the plane. But also love that he was like, where is she? Okay, I hear you, but where is she?
He was like, go ahead and roll your eyes and then tell me where she is. That was so funny. I love their dynamic. They finally settled into who they are. Randall's okay being Randall with her. She's okay being Deja. They just, and it works so well. I love their scenes together.
It works really well. I agree. Well, other than that, I mean, the ending was super sweet. I got a little teary-eyed. Got a little teary, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Got a little teary at the end. Uh, but yeah, it was just really sweet, and I'm glad that we had. I'm glad that they did really well with that story.
Yeah.
And then we also had um, we had Kate and her mom and Madison at the dress shop, which I was actually expecting Kate to be like jealous that that Rebecca was giving Madison this
Mm.
attention and this like motherly. I think they kind of set it up to for that because even at one point they said that like Rebecca wasn't there
Yeah.
when Kate went through it. So I was like, oh no, Kate about to be jealous and all that, but then Kate wasn't. So I was like, okay, they're showing, some growth and maturity on her part,
Yeah.
you know.
I
Um,
just
I don't remember though if we've ever heard about Madison's dad or family.
I don't know. I don't care. Madison is so basic. Like I just everything about her, even the dress she chose, I was like, that really? That's the one? Are you sure? Like everything about
Like,
her is
it has pockets.
I can't with her. I'm it falls flat for me every single time. I'm not a fan. And
Yeah,
she just basic. There's nothing there. There's no substance, no interest in her story. Like I don't care.
it was so weird. I was like, all right. I was like, okay, Kate, but um, oh man, even I thought that like Toby's story, they're definitely setting something up with Toby. Like they
Yeah.
are definitely setting something up. Whatever it is, they're definitely, the little looks that he's giving her behind her back, where he's obviously not telling her the truth about something or what's going on. So I feel like they're definitely setting that up for whatever that will be. But I thought that the scene with him and his dad, there was like it was like right there, and I felt like they backed off.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What?
Hmm.
Ugh. So I was a little annoyed because I was like, it was right there, like he was right there, and then it was like, it just kind of
Yeah.
like deflated. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's been happening this season.
that is true. It's on brand apparently. But
Yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah. Toby, meh.
yeah, should we even talk about Kevin?
Kevin just, oh my gosh. And he keeps talking about, I walked off the set with De Niro. I left them high and dry. You ain't nobody. Like they could
Right.
replace you in a second. Like nobody was in a bind because you walked off of a movie set. Who cares? Who cares? You basic too. They can replace you easily. Like you didn't screw with Robert De Niro at all. Like quit
And then the
saying
movie, the movie was trash.
that. I just
And it's
cannot.
funny because it's like he's the one who's like, it's bad, and this director is awful. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
okay, all right, that's what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah. I just really, I'm over him and I don't care. I don't care what happens.
It's just weird. It's weird what's going on. I feel like you said, it's very like disjointed. This season just doesn't feel like it has a flow really.
Hmm.
This doesn't feel like stuff is connecting right. Um, and we have two more episodes and then season 6.
And
And
that's it.
that's it. So it's come on, y'all.
I think maybe because this season was COVID, you know, it
Mm,
jacked up a lot of things, but I know that they already had the end in mind at the beginning. So I feel like a
right.
lot of that stuff is still going to stand up. So they're going to find a way to bring it around, especially with all the future Rebecca on her deathbed, basically, like
Right.
all those things that we've been seeing. Randall and Beth in their older age, the girls as adults, like, they're
Yeah.
gonna bring it back around. So I have a feeling that season 6 will be better because they already have that established and they've already given fans a taste of that.
Yeah.
Um, But I don't know. We'll see. I read an article on BuzzFeed about This Is Us the other day, and people were like, "Yeah, this season is trash. It hasn't been good since like season 1 and 2."
Damn.
And it's like, well, but as a fan, I mean, we ride for these shows. Like Grey's Anatomy, we talked about that the other day. He's still on, getting picked up for another season, and here we are still watching it. It's like when you're a fan, you just ride with the show no matter what. You know what I mean? So
And they know that.
yeah, they know.
They know their loyal fan base is not going to go anywhere, so they know that. But I mean, come on. You know, don't Game of Thrones this bitch. Like, come on. Ugh.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna get in these last 2 episodes. And honestly, I don't have like I'm not expecting anything, you know what I mean? But like next season we'll really see like what they come with.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm like, okay, let this season be over. Like we got 2 more. Let's just let it go. Let's finish it up, tie it up, and then let's come back in the fall, you know, like end this joint out really well. That's what I'm hoping for. Because I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But well, I hope y'all have had some time to get yourselves caught up. If you are excited about the last 2 episodes, let us know. If you're not, let us know. Hit us up in the comments. We will see y'all here next week and the week after for the last 2 episodes of This Is Us Season 5. See y'all until next time.